Okay, I'm going to do the exterior walk around here. You can see there are two propane tanks mounted on the back of it. The one on the right runs the space heater, the catalytic heater, and the two-burner cooktop. The one on the left supplies only the water heater. If you look, you can see an extension cord plugged into the side in the front. That's where you plug in the block heater, which makes sure it starts easily in cold weather. In warmer weather, it's no problem. You don't have to use that. I'll show a close-up as well. There's the plug-in for the block heater. The name Beluga, if you happen to know, Beluga is a species of white whale. This thing's big and it's white. That seemed like a good name for it. Here's the front. It's got a front bumper off an 18-wheeler. The rear bumper is not pretty. It's pretty well rusted out. I haven't gotten around to replacing it, but they are available. It has a new passenger side windshield because that was cracked when I got it. It has new wiper blades, and it has a new Maine state inspection sticker because inspections are required in Maine, and it passed with no problem. Actually, we did replace a front brake hose kind of preemptively. There was no problem with it, actually. Here's the driver's side. It's got flat and convex mirrors on both sides. There is no driver's side door. The only front door is on the passenger side. Here's a rear view. It was originally built so that the doors would open the full width of the vehicle, but the outside panels, the outside doors are paneled and framed in on the inside, so only the middle two doors actually open. One of the back doors, there's the latch, and I put a rope onto that latch right there so that rope extends below the level of the bed. Here's the other door. There are windows in there. I put curtains across above the bed, and there's actually the bottom of the bed. That's the freshwater tank. That's new. Right next to it is the 12-volt water pump, which is also new. Up above there you can see the solar charge controller, two 12-volt deep cycle batteries below that. There's a breaker on between the battery and the inverter, a 1500 watt pure sine wave inverter, and that water heater is a jewel. Actually, it's brand new because last winter I didn't get the old one drained sufficiently and it froze up and split the core. That's a fuse panel for interior 12-volt circuits, and the lighter wood there is a door going into the front, so you can open that door from the front and access this space, which some people call the garage. It's basically a utility area and gives space for a lot of systems that otherwise would be cluttering up the living area. This little step stool goes to the bed area. You can see there's a door behind the steps too. It gives access to the utility area. Have a fire extinguisher there. The white switch plate is a switch for the pump. The dark square on top is a monitor panel for the inverter and the battery status, and an on-off switch for the inverter. Below that is like a cigarette outlet plug with, I think, two USB ports. That is a carbon monoxide detector, and that is a catalytic heater, which has worked well so far. It runs on propane on same tank as the cooktop. Harbor Freight magnet, which holds lots of kitchen utensils and does well. Paper towel holder. There's a cabinet that a friend of mine took out of her kitchen. It's walnut. I just thought it was too beautiful to let it go to waste. Then there's further kitchen cabinets mounted on the wall, and a deeper one over there. You know, odds and ends, kitchen dishes, pots and pans. That's a brand new microwave. I don't think it's ever been used. I put some screw eyes in behind it to attach bungees. It's a single deep sink. I've got stuff in it so it doesn't slide around when I'm driving. New faucet. Has a hose that comes down out of the faucet. This has hot and cold pressurized water. In addition, there's this little hand pump, and that draws out of a 5-gallon jug here. I keep drinking water in there. And then this is where the sink drains into. That makes it really simple. You don't have to drive to a dump station. This is small enough, it's easy enough to just pull out of there and dump. And this one likewise to fill. This is the wheel well actually here. So these jugs fit right on top of the wheel well, and I've got cleats here to keep them from sliding around. Just more space there, and there's cabinet space on the other side as well. This cabinet has drawers in it, so there's a fair bit of storage space. I got this idea for a refrigerator from people who convert school buses to live in. This is actually a chest freezer, chest type freezer. And here, this is Johnson Controls. It's a thermostat. It has a little copper or brass tube that goes inside. Not easy to see right now, but anyway, this will maintain this freezer at refrigerator temperature rather than freezer temperature. It makes for a really efficient unit. Here's what they call the doghouse, which covers the engine. This is driver's seat. I've got a Garmin GPS that's marketed for RVs. It'll tell you locations of commercial campgrounds and dump stations and all kinds of businesses and restaurants and gas stations. It also has a pretty good sized screen. I just got it turned on right now. This monitor is for the backup camera, which is wired into the lights, the parking lights. So I pull this light switch out one notch and that turns on the backup camera. I also installed an aftermarket extra heater, and it's plumbed into the regular heater system. You know, it helps. Crank down window here on the driver's side. Turn this back off. The GPS, basically, I just plug in. I installed a couple extra lighter outlets, you know, 12-volt outlets, and it has a fan here to keep the driver cool. The fan does work. It does not have air conditioning. This is a pretty darn neat little cup holder. It takes lots of different sizes of cups. I had these in a different motorhome once and was kind of impressed with the design. This is a folding table, which is kind of slick. Legs unfold. It's a little smaller than a standard card table. This chair actually, if you move it out from against the wall, it unfolds into a bed. It's, you know, basically turns into a narrow cot, but it's relatively comfortable. This is a half of a dinette set that actually I got with this van when I got it. There's an outside vent. There's another one next to the driver's left foot. I put in LED lights throughout. Coat hooks. This cabinet has a fair bit of storage space. Doors above and below, you know, for clothes or linen, whatever. That was what I thought I might make into a hanger bar for this space. The bathroom is, and I did not measure, I'm a little less than 5'10". I'm touching the ceiling now, but I'm standing up straight. Shower that comes straight from the water heater, which works very well. This is a 24 by 26 shower pan. It's not extra roomy, but it's perfectly adequate. I got a soap dish, a towel ring to keep your bath towel handy. This is what they call fiberglass reinforced plastic. I use just a regular camper porta potty arrangement, because they're easy to dump. You know, you can stop at any rest area and just carry the bottom part in and dump it in a toilet, and you're set. I just wanted to keep it a little bit simple and avoid the complexity of like a black water tank, So anyway, I have used that shower just to test it, and it works fine. Here's the bed area. Actually up above there you can see that's where the wires from the solar panels come in, and they go down inside that wall and then out into the utility area. This is, I don't know what they call a camper full-size, RV full-size mattress. It's I got it new. It's a memory foam mattress. That window was already in it, so I put curtains on it. I put curtains over the windows and the rear doors. That is an Olympian Wave 6 catalytic heater. I've not used that in super cold weather, but I have used it a couple of times, and it seems to work very well. And so far, I've not needed to have it above the low setting. It has 3 settings: low, medium, and high. And they advise keeping it covered when you're not using it. I think if the catalytic element gets dusty, it loses its efficiency. So I bought the, recommended factory cover for it. So I keep it covered if I'm not using it. I have not had this engine started today. It is plugged into the block heater. So, turn the key. There was no hesitation there. And that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a diesel. Which makes sense because it is.